What's up? Episode 21.
Fuck all these episodes.
We gonna talk about. We got a special announcement.
Some real shit happened last night, guys.
Let's bow our heads. I think it was a funeral.
Yesterday, March 27th. During a live Oscars. I repeat, during a live Oscars.
Around what time?
I want to say around. It was real late, around 10ish, 11ish. Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, Will.
It was heard about around the world.
Will Mike Lowry Smith.
Mike Lowry.
One of the bad boys. Mike Lowry.
Slapped the shit. Rock. And I repeat, he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. He left Chris Rock like this.
Yeah.
The woman was stunned.
That was crazy.
So, now, since you guys are both men or whatever, and you've both...
Oh, man.
Okay, well, let's start with you, because you're the comedian.
Okay.
And you make jokes, and I'm pretty sure you've made a lot of inappropriate jokes before. What's your take on that situation?
All right. First of all, I didn't see it at the exact time. I was at an engagement party, and then I came home around 4 o'clock in the morning.
He's fried right now.
Right. And my phone was dead. And Live puts in the group chat, like, Will and Chris. I'm like, I'm putting two together. I'm like, that don't make, like, something had to happen because those are two different people. I'm like, all right. So I go on YouTube and I seen it.
Wait, what did you see?
I seen it. The slap heard across around the world, right?
Yeah, that was
my nigga went behind the
epic
podium.
slap ever. That was crazy.
First of all, it was at the Oscars, so I was not even, that's the biggest platform ever.
Man.
Now, I feel like, I'm gonna speak from a comedian perspective, right? Now, they do these skits and they do these bits at all like big events, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they get like a little part to poke fun of everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like as a comedian, you're gonna take away that art if you can't talk about every little thing. Like I have a disability, right? Mm-hmm. And if I don't talk about my disability or I get offended when somebody talk about my disability, that's corny, right? You see what I'm saying? We gotta make everything popping, everything live, you get what I'm saying? So.
But that's your opinion as a comedian. It's like, think about it. Okay, for example, my father said this earlier because I was talking to him. Okay. He said he would have did the same shit because you don't get to poke at like my wife's pain or whatever. And then I told him, because I put it this way, like I'm in a wheelchair or whatever, And he said, yeah, you're in a wheelchair. You laugh at a lot. You think a lot of shit is funny with the wheelchair jokes or whatever. He said, but me as your father, with that happening to you and you not being born that way, you know what I mean? I don't think that shit funny. You understand what I'm saying? Like if me and him make a little joke between, but if somebody just publicly comes out and tries to embarrass me, he's gonna react the same way. You know what I mean? So it's like, everything's not funny to everyone. So you can't, just because, like, we, as comedians, you allowed to crack that joke, but whatever blow black comes on you, you got to be prepared for it.
Notice his initial reaction was to laugh, though, Will Smith. Yeah. I think it was when he seen that Jada was hurt.
Right.
That's when it hit him, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta do something." That's why it's a tricky situation.
The look on her face, but she was disgusted.
Oh yeah,
right.
She was like,
but he been poking at them.
He been poking them for a while.
So the last 2006, Grammys, he said something. He said she can't even get in here. He said
something about
why is Jada he said why is she picketing the Grammys when she can't even get in?
Right.
So I guess in the back of Will's mind already was like, you know what? Nah, he
probably didn't like it.
It's like, you keep playing with my wife. Like, stop playing with my wife.
Yeah, like you gonna respect.
Put some respect.
So
what Birdman say? Put some respect.
No.
Before you ask the next question, I got a better question because I'm talking to Brother Live before you got here.
Yeah. So
what happened with you and Chris Rock?
You got beef with Chris Rock anyway.
I got beef with Chris. Yeah, he deserved that smack. Fuck, I'm on Will's side. So, and I know I'm not the only one that went through experience with Mr. getting slapped in his face, right?
Mr. Will slap shit out you.
Right. I was on 98th Street going to my doctors, right? And I'm coming out the elevator.
Nigga remember the block.
I say I can tell you the time. It was 2:00, 2 p.m. I just got surgery. Nah, I seen a guy walk past me. I'm like, wait a minute, that's motherfucking Chris Rock.
And you sure it was him?
You know he make that face. He be like,
you sure it was him? You're not
he make
vision
that
impaired or
no,
nothing. Your vision is
Chris,
good.
I'm just can't walk.
Everybody
I can
hates
see.
Chris face
You know what I mean?
ass.
It was him. It was everybody hates Chris. Him. So I'm like, oh shit, that's Chris Rock. Now, my ass doing a U-turn. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm about to get a picture. You know what I mean? I'm about to try to, because I'm a comedian. I'm like, yo, let me put me on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I turn around. He gets in the elevator first. Now, nobody's in the elevator but him. He's just looking at me.
It's just you and him in the elevator.
Yeah, no, I didn't even get in the elevator yet. I'm like, yo, Chris Rock was good. This, that, third. He's just not saying not a word to me.
Wait, you need an image.
All right, so
you're not in the elevator yet?
I'm like, I'm outside. He's in the elevator, and he's like looking at me if I'm coming in or not, because I'm holding it up. I'm like, yo, this is Chris Rock. This, that, third. I said, you going upstairs? All right, I'm coming. He's not saying nothing. I get in the elevator with him, right? Now, I think he's going to the 3rd or 4th floor. I'm trying to chop it up with him. I'm like, yo, what's the chances I'm in the same elevator? Chris Rock, this, that, third. He's just looking at me like,
like you dumb. Like
I'm
this handicap. Get
He's
this
not
handicap.
talking to me, bro. Like,
You don't get this handicap, man.
I'm like, yo, what's the scenario of me being in the same elevator you? I said, what's good? I'm like, yo, like, and I'm starting talking mad shit. I'm like, yo, like, what's good? You not talking? Why you not talking to me? He just staring at me the whole elevator. Mind you, just me and him is mad awkward. I'm like, I bet. Now he gets off the elevator, right? He walks off the elevator, and then there I come. I follow him. I'm like, yo.
It's giving stalker.
Nah, it's just weird because I'm following because I'm like, yo, this nigga has not talked to me since I met him in the last 3-5 minutes. You won't get a word out of me, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna play me. So I'm like, I bet. So I think he goes to this young lady. So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna follow you or whatever. This, that, third. I'm like, yo. I said, what I said to him? I forgot. I said some stupid shit to him, and then I just let him go. But this nigga did not say. Mind you, we in the same elevator for the last 5 minutes
So
or 3 minutes.
For a minute.
Nah, I'd say 2.
It just felt like
it felt a long time because I'm just talking for that long. Yeah, but the encounter was like a good 5 to 6 minutes because I've seen him downstairs. And
he didn't say a word.
Not a word.
That's
now,
crazy.
I go on Facebook and somebody said they seen Chris Rock a while back. And then it was you know how you got the thread on Facebook? Every single comment said he was a dickhead. Like he had the same time. So I'm like, it made me feel right. I'm like, he's not just a dick to me.
And this is why I said earlier when I was talking to Wolf, I said, we don't know these celebrities. We don't know their personality. So where everybody sees Chris Rock as like just innocent and unproblematic and he's doing his job, he might have, like behind the scenes, we might got real beef, but we got to keep it together because we famous and we celebrities. And then you talking shit about my wife and then you saying, Jada, I love you. You should have left it at Jada, I love you. And then everybody's talking about, 2 black men shouldn't have did it at an award show. So how is it okay for a black man to poke fun at a black woman's disease on an award show, but it's not okay for him to react the same way? And granted, I might not have slapped him for it. Me personally, I probably wouldn't have slapped him for it, but I still would have checked him like backstage or later on, like, you know, this, I don't know if you know.
That's where he's wrong. They saying it's wrong.
That's where he's wrong because Chris Rock was doing his job.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, Will Smith was doing his job too and he's protecting his wife.
Right.
So nobody could say
He's obligated to do
that's
that.
who he got to go home with. He not going home with the rest of us. And that man won his Oscar. He did his job. He still left with that shit. They ain't take him home in cuffs. Charges is not being brought. And I'm proud of you, Chris Rock.
That was gangster on Chris Rock's behalf that he didn't snitch.
He used to sue the shit out of Will Smith. I'd get that bag. You will comedian, be petty, but I'm glad he didn't press charges.
Got enough money already.
I think the funny part would be like, yo, I'm gonna sue you just to be funny. You know what I'm saying?
Funny, but at the end of the day, same time for Chris Rock, I hope he's okay because that's traumatic too for the whole world to see you get the shit slapped out of you and you have to keep that level of professionalism because I'm a fan of both. Like I'm being honest, I'm a fan of both. I'm sorry that my brother had to deal with that fucked up situation with him, but Chris Rock is a Chris Rock is an op.
He's an op.
We grew up with Everybody Hates Chris. We grew up with all these movies, Pookie and shit like that, and then we grew up with Fresh Prince. So it's like now it's like America's choosing between 2 sweethearts and you don't know who to pick. But I'm riding with Will. I'm riding with Will. Fuck that.
And you heard what
did
Will
my brother
said
wrong. That's what you get.
You heard what Will said in his
the devil will try to come for you.
Yeah, also
at your highest moment.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
Denzel said
Denzel, the GOAT gave him some advice. But when he said that people, he said them being celebrities, just in that, people seeing him in that space, he said that people think that they can say anything they want to them, and they think that it's okay. And he said that they got to sit up there and just laugh like it's okay when it's really.
But Will has been getting laughed at for the last.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's where it's hard. That's
and okay, I already know who y'all gonna blame.
Oh,
right,
Jada.
It's two sides.
Jada Park. Jada Park. Jada Park.
Jada Park Smith.
Jada Park Smith.
August Alsina.
Jada Shakur.
Jada Park.
Hell, yo.
So,
Jada, I love you. I need to be on the red table one day.
Get on the red table.
You said Jada Pocket.
Jada Pocket.
It's crazy.
Jada's out of pocket.
Is crazy.
So I feel like it was just built up because Will Smith been the laughing stock for the last 5 years, and like I feel like it was just pent up.
It's been like since the pandemic, it's really gotten since that red table talk came out. It's been really bad for him because he's been crying.
He's such a good guy.
He got that. Remember that gut he posted?
Yeah, he just been, the internet just been picking on him, and he's such a positive dude. Like, and I feel like he been laughing and keeping the positive image and not saying anything. And I feel like
that's hard.
No, it's hard. It's very extremely hard because you don't know what he's battling internally, and everybody's and that's emasculating him too. His wife does emasculate to me,
definitely,
because I feel like Will Smith is this big, strong guy, and certain things you gotta protect with your husband. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she emasculated him on a certain type of level. You know what I'm saying? He's still a man at that day.
But elaborate though.
Because he's but also because of his stature.
It's
of
his
being
stature
a star,
too. Yeah.
Being like
no, I want to hear what the sexist words.
It's not. That's not really.
No, it's not sexist. But elaborate on what you said. How did she emasculate him?
All right. So even as it's certain things is in house and out house, right? So I'm saying, so like even talking about the whole entanglement and with another man at the red table talk and talking about like why even like trying to say it's okay or such and such. We don't know the effect of their relationship, right? Yeah. But when you think of Will, it's Jada. They're married. They're still a married couple. And then what happens is when other men look at you, they be like, "Yo, why your wife? You're not your wife."
Everybody feel like they could play now.
Yeah, it's like, you see what I'm saying? And also like even the whole Tupac thing, like she be posting Tupac all the time. She don't be posting Will as much. Or Tupac for like she got hidden poems from Tupac and stuff like that. Like that's still your man. Tupac is no longer here. Rest in peace of Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
Out of this.
Rest in peace of Tupac, but he's no longer here.
Exactly.
He's no longer here. Will and what happens is Will shouldn't never go second to nobody because Will still is a superstar. Will's Will.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
So what about this? Okay. You said something like certain things is in-house and certain things is not. As celebrities, you know what I mean? It's a lot that they can't keep in-house because the blogs or a family member or a friend that they trust, you get what I'm saying? A housekeeper could be in the fucking crib getting the tea.
But sis, it was that red table talk. That's her platform.
It was the red table talk that did it, but there was also August Alsina came first. Before y'all gotta remember August Alsina outed her. She didn't out herself. August Alsina outed
but
them.
she didn't never have to speak on it.
Will, you don't think Will and them sit there and have that talk? You know what I'm saying? You don't think she talks to her husband before she go on TV? Because we see they dynamic and we think it's toxic and all of this stuff. But they could have one of the their relationship might be very healthy for them. You understand?
I think she's the toxic one, and she's very toxic because he's such a happy guy.
But two people one person can be toxic, the other person can't. But that could be healthy for that person. You know what I'm saying? Some people some people live off of that. Some people don't know how to live outside of that toxicity. And you have to remember, Will had his girlfriends throughout the years too. While he was
because he loves her a lot,
but he loves her a lot, and she loves him too. But at the same time, that's what they both get for allowing. If once you have that open relationship, you allow anything that anybody says, you get what I'm saying, to come into that relationship. Y'all don't have a normal relationship. I'm sorry about that. Turn that down. Y'all don't have a normal relationship. You feel me? So it's like you can't sit there and act like everybody else in the world is bugging out for saying some shit, but y'all put that shit out there. You know what I mean? Like, and y'all celebrities. So y'all business is no longer y'all business. Your business is literally sold on the internet for money.
So what do you think about when she was like, that's what I got points. What do you think about when she was like, the whole, she was like how Will was not good in bed or something, like
she said that
something about satisfying, like she don't get
she said that
she be doing
she says a lot on that red table, and I'm like, and Will just been up there smiling, haha, Fresh Prince, you know what I'm saying, got this clean image, has not said, and I'm like, that's why he's a great man. Like,
well, if she said that, that's very emasculating, because even if you don't feel like your man is that good in bed, you had 2 kids with this man, you're married to this man for years, so saying that,
I don't know, it was too much good in bed, but she was like, how it wasn't like he wasn't.
Part of me,
if you're saying
part of me feels like Will is such this big movie star, and I feel like she might be a little bit jealous or a little slighted in the sense that she tried to break him down to the public and make him seem like he's less than, because everyone else looks at him like, that's Will Smith. But he is, right?
To her, it don't seem
but to
like
her,
it,
it's just
though.
like it's just my husband.
Yeah.
It's his
Is it-
dude.
okay.
He's flawed. Of course, everyone is, right? But I feel like she just wants to break him down so that everyone else sees. But she. I feel like she puts the worst parts of him out there that doesn't need to be said. Like stuff that she's still intimate between them. That should just only be intimate between them. It's like it's a boundary. It's a line. I feel like, and she crosses it.
So,
in my opinion, like
to backtrack off of that, if you're saying like, you know, she crosses that line and she does this and she does that, Will accepts all of that.
I think because out of love. He
but
loves the
what's
shit
the-
out of that
Hopefully
woman, yo.
What's
I don't
the
know if he
difference?
accepts it. I don't know.
What's the difference between Will and Jada and the girl and the guy that we know, our friends that we know that's on Facebook bombing each other and they back together the next day? We all know their business. You understand what I'm
It's
saying?
still toxic, though.
It's toxic, but that's they shit. We don't gotta be in that. I don't gotta go home and lay with Jada.
All right, but Jada puts it out there. That's it. Will don't never talks about that woman.
But he,
Yeah, right.
and he
But
does is always in a
again,
positive light.
what do
You
y'all always say? What do we all always say? How you allow a person to treat you will continue. You understand
But
what I'm
why
saying?
you put it
But
on
he don't
Will though?
deserve
Because he's
That's what I'm
allowing
trying
it to happen. He can't be too miserable if he going
has
on
kids
stage.
with the lady.
If he going on stage slapping niggas behind her, he can't be too miserable. If he at every award show, if they making TikToks together, if you on every red
He
table
love her.
talk and you got more money
want
than her,
everybody-
you're not there because you need the money. You
love-
got your
'cause he
kids.
loves her.
but
I
you-
love her.
You love her.
her.
You
I
love
love
her. You love her. So you let her emasculate you. You let her do all these things. You let her put your business out there. So that's his choice, and that's what he's tolerating, and that's what he's okay with.
And you know what it is? I feel like Will is such a. Some people have a healing spirit, right? And when I think he can't completely heal her until she heals herself, because she has a lot of stuff that you could tell
Yeah.
when she's on a red table she's struggling with.
Yeah.
And I think he's not fulfilling that part of her needs. You get what I'm
He
saying?
can't be Tupac. That's what it
And that's
is.
not his fault.
That's
He's
not
still
his
Will
fault.
Smith. I said he don't go second to no one. I feel like
That's a
that's
fact.
still Will Smith.
That's
Like, and I
Will,
feel
right.
like, you
Will
know,
Smith is the shit, but it's like at the end of the day, Jada is still Jada. Like we're not gonna discredit Jada.
but he
just
never
because
say
Will
he
is-
never discredited Jay.
Yeah,
He always
but I'm saying,
Yeah,
but I'm saying, how can we? But I'm saying, how can we blame? How can
All
we?
right.
all for this mother.
How can we blame Jada if Will is allowing it? This is what I'm saying. As a human being, as a grown ass man, he don't. You can all say love or whatever the case may be. So y'all making it seem like Will is a victim. You think he's in shackles?
All right,
Jada put his ass in the cage
See?
at night. Sit your ass there.
This is why
don't
we
come
don't-
out while I fuck.
This is why we don't live in a real world. A nice, it's not equal, right?
Oh
Because
my
what if the
fucking
tables,
God, here he
what if
comes.
the tables was turned? What if the tables was turned? What if the tables is turned? What if he was like that? What if
The
he
tables
was?
are-
No.
I could name a. That's a fucked up question because I can name 1,000 industry niggas right now.
I'm talking about what
Don't
if the-
play with me.
No, but they're together.
play with me.
You can't name Future. Future don't be with his same with the same
rappers. and-
Talking about
Offset,
rappers, we talking
Offset,
about-
Card,
No, no.
Offset. You know, people always talk about situationships, but nobody speaks about settlement ships. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's
What is
a lot.
that?
A settlement ship, in my definition, because I made this word up, is
That's why I asked. I'm like, what is
is
that? I've never heard
two
that one.
people that one person like really likes it there, but the other person is just settling. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're not, I feel like nobody is chasing after that ideal love that you want. You know, we know as kids, like when we start liking whatever sex we like or whatever you like, I don't care. I don't care what letter you are. But when we start liking people, we know like what type of love we want. Like, you know, like if you want that clingy love, that compassionate love, that I will travel the world to get to you love, that notebook love, that ghetto love, whatever love you want, you know what love. And a lot of times we settle because we get somebody, we like them. They have certain things we like. You might be really attractive. You might be really smart. You might like what I like. But then there's also a lot of other things that you don't do for me. Like you don't stimulate my mind. You don't get my soul. Like, you know, you've been in love when you feel somebody come up to you and you know, like that hug never feels different. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy to see you. Like, even if I'm mad at you, I'm happy that you're here. Like, I know that I'm never going to give up on you. I'm going to fight for you, love. The type of love that y'all saying Will gives Jada.
Okay.
So don't you feel like if Will is giving all this love to Jada, don't you feel like he's settling? If she's not giving it back?
Yeah.
So is there not a lot of people in settlement ships?
That's crazy you bring this point up, because I was going to bring up something like I was going to end it off with something. I'm talking about settling, right? So I feel like you shouldn't settle in anything, and in
Any
relationships
aspect.
it's important, like because what happens is you're only hurting yourself, right? But also we got to understand that in a relationship, to be a successful relationship, everybody has to compromise. There's no well-rounded person in a relationship.
But it's the difference between compromising
It takes work.
and giving up everything that you wanted. Because I know people that give up their dreams, give up shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because that's not compromising, that's settling. You understand what I'm saying? If you're giving up shit just to be with someone because this person makes you happy for that moment, later on, that's like you giving up modeling and acting. That's like you giving up modeling and produce all the money.
Doing what he
wants
to do. It's probably
that's like you doing that,
So
and then you being with your shorty, and she's still chasing after all her dreams, and you there for her. You watching her do it, but you just happy because you there. But then you always in the back of your mind.
Some people just don't give up. I mean, some people just don't give up that easy on their on their love.
But
or
you
their
give up on yourself quicker. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't feel like he gave up on himself because his
not Will. We offer Will.
Okay.
I'm saying in general.
But you could put it in Will's situation.
No, but Will is successful. Can't be Will.
But I feel like his hard times in his life is his relationship, because we always see Will with the awards and the nice family.
Yeah, he thrives in his
business, but
right,
it's like his business and everything. But his relationship, it looks like you could say he probably settling because that's where social media is showing where he's like deficient at. It's not
everything
not
is
thriving.
Obviously they're not on the same page if there's so much shit that's coming out about their relationship. But also, for all we know, that could be the happiest for both of them. You know what I'm saying? We don't know their dynamics. We only see what they're showing us. And because they're showing us so much toxic shit, we think it's toxic. You understand what I'm saying? But that also makes for good reviews, good ratings. And a lot of people do sell their souls for them ratings and shit.
I always feel like if it's toxic outside the house, it has to be even worse inside the house.
Yeah, it's not. That's not a show.
Because the
stuff that they putting out there is not
like that's like if you see when you see a couple just arguing back and forth and they screaming at the top of the lungs and they can only imagine what's going behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So have you ever settled in a relationship?
In recent years, no. Because of the fact that I do my own homework and I know exactly what I want.
And I said, have you ever? Not in recent years. Have you ever means ever.
No, because I haven't been in a lot of relationships.
This nigga ain't let no bitch keep next. Have you ever settled? You feel like you've been with a female and it's just like her vibration. When I say settle, it's not always finances. It's not always like sex. It's not always that. It's just bigger than all of that. It's like your soul. Like, love feeds your soul. Like, somebody has to feed, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we both should be feeding each other so that we never go hungry. When I start feeling hungry and I start feeling like I need something else, when I start feeling like I want to scroll on Instagram, see who in my DMs real quick, something is not all the way there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but you can't get everything from that person.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well.
Everything,
no. You can't get everything
I'm not
from
talking
someone.
about. I'm not talking about that.
You're talking about the things that they can give.
I'm talking about it's because we could both give each other a lot, but if it's not what we both really want, then what are we doing? We're settling. You could, for example, you could get with somebody that you know is not into holidays. You know what I'm saying? They're not into holidays. They're not into vacations. They're not into public displays of affection. But you are into all of these things. But you get with them and you love them, so you stay. But you're missing out on you don't get them family pictures with your kids. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get those moments that you grew up on, those moments
but
that
that's
you
what a relationship is
that's
about.
That's what a relationship is about, sacrifice and compromise.
But is that sacrificing or is that a settlement? Because you're settling for all the things, everything that you gave this person what he wanted. He's not into this, so you gave him that. But what is he giving you?
I think that's two different things. I think that's sacrifice. I think that's.
See,
I feel like it's sacrifice.
Y'all always expect the women to sacrifice so much more. The women literally sacrifice everything
a lot
for these niggas. What do y'all sacrifice?
What do you mean?
It's a lot more pressure on men,
our
too.
emotions, and
I don't even think you guys have those.
No,
because y'all don't want to hear no emotions.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I don't think y'all have those.
Let's talk about it. As a matter of fact,
y'all got emotions.
Go ahead.
How about normalizing, giving men space to where we can feel. To where we can feel open enough to express ourselves.
You see how you just cut them over and you be like, I don't even think you have emotions, and that's what a lot of women do, and we can't express ourselves. You get what I'm saying?
Like,
that was your first thought.
And that's why men we die from.
First thought.
We die so young and
they laughing while they saying they have emotions. They're laughing about it.
I'm not laughing. Like, no, it's a human experience. We need to feel. We have emotions too. We hold everything. We hold everything in. No, we hold everything in.
What are you holding in?
What are you holding in? Pain.
I want you to share. What's going on?
I'm not holding anything around. I'm free like Will. I'm out here. I'm living my life.
Will
I'm gonna slap a nigga. He come across me. I'm gonna slap him. Nah.
A bitch hurt me the wrong way.
Though. No, we need to allow women. Should allow men a space that we can feel vulnerable enough to express ourselves. Like,
and then that's why suicide is the highest amongst men.
Men? Oh, it's right.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know that. That's Honestly, I'm not saying you guys like don't have the right to feel, but a lot of the times, guys, y'all hold that shit in not because of the women that y'all with, but because of your mothers. Your mothers told you, shut up, you better not cry like a bitch.
No.
You better not do this. A lot of the times that's how it is.
I'm trying to tell you, no, it's because when
did you stop showing your emotions to a girl? When did you start? Because I can't even see you.
No, I'm not really, because I'm not really a technical, emotional person, right? But
is he Jamaican?
every time I voice something, but every time I do voice something, I know, or even any type of, even like with my sisters and my mom, but I know
he talking about you.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, it's never that important, right? It's never that important. So what happens is we notice that it's not important, so we would never discuss it because it's like it's not it's what it is. It's not a real thing to us. So
y'all just
we stay in the car for 20 minutes before we get in the house. We want to watch our football games.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We do other things that to get our mind off of certain things because the world don't really care about a man. It's not really a real thing.
That's honestly not true. Like I honestly do care about what men feel, but it's like you guys don't talk about it. Like y'all.
The first thing you said is you got feelings?
Most of the time, because most of my experience with men, most of the time they don't express how they feel about something until you express how you feel about something. Then y'all got to counteract it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like now it's an argument because you're not coming. You're not coming with your feelings. Like, hey babe, like today I had a bad day. I'm not really in the mood.
If she's allowing him to exactly, then we will do that.
If you come
look, for instance, right? Yeah. So just last week.
Look, this nigga was ready.
No, and it's not just last week. I had it's a family friend of mine. He's like an uncle to me. Okay. Him and my uncle grew up together. Long story short, we were just talking on the phone and we have these real deep convos. At the end, he's like, yo, I love you, flyboy. And I'm like, yo, I love you too, Unc. And he's like, yo, he said, little nigga, yo, I loved you first. Mm-hmm. Like, he knew me before when I was in my mother's stomach. And I had to laugh. But at the end of the day, to me, it was just the fact that we were just expressing ourselves openly like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to say that, like that's like nowadays you don't even have that space with men or women. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's mostly in the black community.
Yeah, definitely. And as men, we're hardly ever allowed that space because we're looked at as soft or sensitive when you're just having a human experience. It's just a human experience. Like I'm human and I have a heart, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and I have feelings and emotions too. So. I don't know, but shout out to you, Born C. That's my uncle, and I don't know. He watches the show every week, but yeah, I just wanted to say that. So yeah, man.
So y'all saying y'all want to have emotions, but y'all don't feel like comfortable enough to do it because you feel like a woman is gonna start looking at you like
he's a punky soul for
complaining about it.
Yeah,
right. Like, so like even the approach, right? So a man know if he said if he's not gonna do like if he comes to you already and he tried to express the problem, and you're pretty much like nonchalant to it, or your feedback is, oh, you a bitch, this, that, third. He's never going to, I'm talking about anything in general, right? And it could be a small, like I said, men got several problems. So
this nigga don't have
that's what I'm saying.
We need to get back to life.
No, like I'm being serious. Like it's times that y'all not even approachable to certain things, right?
Or like we standoffish already. Like you come through the door,
just blow it off.
We're like, why
y'all blow it off? You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I get what you're
saying. And then I feel like men, we just want to hear. Sometimes he just listen up. Just listen what the person got to say. And then like sometimes even the feedback is like, oh, why are you such and such? Or just like I said, it's a very nonchalant answer. We just keep it inside and that's that.
Because like when something is wrong with y'all and y'all voice it, y'all don't have no problem with voicing how y'all feel about y'all emotions, whatever, right? Men, we can feel it, right? But men, we don't feel right if we don't do something to fix that.
Right.
Whereas y'all, on the other hand, is totally different. We'll come out and voice how we feel, and it's just like, oh boy, I got to deal with this, or I got to like blow it off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel so
totally.
I feel so bad because I'm the only woman in here, and I can see times where I've probably made somebody I was dealing with feel that way, and I do take accountability for it. Because looking back, because y'all my bros, so when I talk to y'all about stuff, it's like ping-ponging, and it makes sense what y'all saying. But also what I'm saying to y'all is, if you don't feel comfortable even speaking to a woman of your emotions, that's not the right woman for you. Because there's always a woman out there that'll listen. Just like it's people that won't.
I think that's women.
Like there's people that won't, there's people that will. Y'all have to stop saying that, because just like women can say, oh, niggas ain't shit. It's a lot of niggas that's not shit. It is. And y'all know that. But it's also a lot of men that are. You understand what I'm saying? It's men that'll walk across the world and ocean for you, and it's women that'll do the same.
But I don't feel
it's women that'll wait up and be like, how was your day, babe? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, are you okay? You need me to bring you something? You need this? There's women.
Rare.
There's rare.
Very rare.
There's rare, but there's real. And that's what I'm talking about with settling. Because until I got that person that I know, like, is for me, like, I know you're going to soothe my soul when I'm not, fuck money, fuck all of that.
Okay.
Fuck all of that. I'm talking about like you're gonna be my peace. Like when I come home that day and I had a long day, like the chair done stressed me out, people done pissed me off. I done fucking hit a pothole.
But you be his peace too?
And yeah, I want to be.
You see what I'm saying? You see how you're very expressive on how you want
I'm saying,
you want
I
that
can only
piece.
speak for myself, but I would, of course, I would want to be that.
And how can he express? How can he express you being his piece? You see what I'm saying? Because you see how this is what you want, right?
No, and I can only because I can only manifest what I want. You know what I'm saying? And the person that I want should be manifesting the same thing for me. He should want peace from me. He should want to come home and feel safe. I should be his safe space. He shouldn't have to feel like he needs to go to the bar to you know what I mean, to get drunk till 11 o'clock till I'm passed out and then come home so we don't argue. I don't want somebody to feel like that. I want somebody to feel like, you know what, I'm going home to my wife.
Yeah, like,
I love her. She's gonna take care of this. Even though I had a wrong day, dinner's gonna be ready. You know, we gonna chill. We gonna have fun and vibe out. That's the type of relationship. But too many people settle, and that's why so many people are angry. So many people are unhappy. You don't see the unhappiness. Everybody's just posting pictures. That's what, because social media got it to where all you gotta do is post a picture and everything's good.
I think that's why people are suffering. I think most of it deals with communication. A lot of people don't know how to openly communicate and have
hard conversations.
People don't like each other. They're meeting each other off of where they at that moment, and then they just end up sticking together because it's like, all right, we met each other here. We both liked each other at that moment. Rather than saying, okay, we liked each other at that moment. We don't really like each other no more. We gonna stay together because we've been together so long, and I don't want to hurt her. She don't want to hurt me. So neither one of us gonna stay it, but we both gonna stay.
Plus
and
the
that's
rent man high.
And the rent man high, and then the babies. We got kids together. I don't want child support. I don't want alimony. I don't want this. So many people do settle. You don't see that. You don't got friends that settle. I look at my friends. I'm like, y'all bitches is settlers, motherfuckers, colonists. Some bitches. Is
I feel like you gotta do what works for you though. Like you gotta do what works for you at the end of the day. Like I feel like, because like I said, you gotta understand like settling has to be for that particular person. Like, all right, if this person don't fulfill my needs in this way, then I can't just be with you, right? Because I feel like in every relationship though, there's certain, maybe I'm confusing settling with compromising, because I feel like in any successful relationship,
you have to compromise.
All your needs is not going to...
The two words are not the same, so you have to compromise.
But if I have to settle in certain things to get the bigger picture, and I love the woman I get, I guess I got to take that pride aside and sacrifice for that little small thing.
That's compromising. Compromising takes two people.
And sacrifice. Those are key.
It goes into settling for certain things though.
Those take two people. Settlement. If I'm settling, I can settle by myself. You understand what I'm saying? You could be happy as fuck.
No. But you say you can't. So what you mean settling? It's a whole bunch of things in settling. That's what I'm saying.
For my definition of settling, just means like you could do better, but you're there because you comfortable. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's settling to me. Compromising is we both love each other and we both gonna do this for each other. We both gonna change for one another. I'm gonna do this because I love you and you gonna do that because you love me.
But you were saying how
that's
like
compromise.
but you were saying how like, all right, say if you love like holidays and stuff, and your person and that person doesn't love holidays.
If you love me enough, you should want to say, okay, I'm not gonna do every holiday, babe, but you pick. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do every holiday, babe, but you pick your two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Compromise.
That's compromise. You pick your two. But settling is saying, oh well, he just ain't gonna do that shit, and then I'm just gonna stay.
Yeah, then you shouldn't do that.
That's
you
settling. You get what I'm saying? Compromise is all right, babe. We gonna find a happy medium. I don't do every holiday. I might fuck with Kwanzaa, you know what I mean? Something like that. Might do a little St. Patrick's Day, whatever kids. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not about to do Easter, all of these, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to do the extra stuff. That's compromise. It's a difference between compromising and settling. Settling, you're just generally not happy. You're just literally.
Oh, so you should dump that relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
that's what I'm saying. That's probably why you was confusing the word settling with compromising, because they have two of the same meaning. You know what I'm saying? It's two of the same meanings, but it depends on how you're looking at it. Just perspective. That's it. I'm not settling for nobody. I don't think anybody should settle. I think that the world is beautiful, it's big, and we haven't even scratched the surface. Travel, figure out who you are, and then find someone.
Know your worth. Your worth. That comes with loving yourself, though.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing, just knowing what you want. Because if you know what you want, you're not going to settle into the next relationship you get into.
That's why I'm staying single for a while, because I feel like I've been jumping into relationships so quickly. Like after I break up, I'm in a relationship, and then I end up settling because it's like I'm just used to being in a relationship and I don't want to go to sleep by myself.
You learn so much about yourself. When being single, you learn your likes and dislikes, what you will put up with, what you won't put up with. You know, So I advise everyone to spend some time with themselves, to just sit and just do things. You find out things that you like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like take yourself on trips, try new things. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that you tell your friends you want to do and they don't want to do it alone. Do it by yourself.
Right.
And then you'll end up meeting someone that likes to do those same things. You know what I'm saying? Like it's little stuff like that go a long way. And You learn a lot about
You
yourself.
find someone in the weirdest, strangest place sometimes in your
Weirdest little
life. You know what I'm
perks to take,
saying?
that's
You know
a
what I mean?
fact.
Just
That's a
figuring out
fact.
what you want to do in life. You know what I
Gotta
mean?
hang out with yourself for a little bit so you can fuck with yourself. Because if you don't fuck with
if you
yourself,
don't, how you
nobody
expect
gonna-
somebody else to, right?
AKA Jada, go fuck with yourself. Stop fucking with my man Will, man. Leave that man alone,
this
bro.
nigga said AKA
Got him smacking
Jada.
Chris Rock on the Oscars, man. Why, Will?
Wow,
So,
bro.
so since
Was he wrong or right? We didn't even say was he wrong or right.
I
Was
feel
Will
like he
Smith
was
right?
I don't feel like anyone was wrong, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't feel like nobody was
I don't
wrong.
feel like-
I don't
I
think
feel
Chris
like
Rock
nobody
was
was
wrong. I don't
because
think
you-
Will's wrong.
I don't feel like nobody's wrong or right.
no
I
right
just feel
or
like
no
it's
wrong,
miscommunication for real. Like I feel like Chris, he picked a bad time for a joke, and Will, he took his anger out on the wrong person.
Right.
That's
Well,
Yeah.
I do feel like Will's as like for the comedian perspective. I know, say if I'm doing a show and somebody comes on the stage
Smith slapped the shit
and
out
smacks
you.
me, we fighting, and I feel like you come into a comedy show. It's the art. So you're disrespecting
Yeah.
the art right there
they
from
came
the
to the
comedian's
Oscars.
perspective.
They didn't come to a comedy show.
No, but it's an art. It's still an art form. Like you, see what I'm saying, he's doing his little bit, and he wasn't being he's not the host, so he was actually presenting.
But you know,
for a
but
documentary.
as a comedian, you also look in the audience and you could tell who's ready to be.
Yeah, you gotta be ready
You
for
gotta
whatever's
know to
popping.
read. You gotta know to read your crowd.
Well, why you throwing shots at them all the time though? He
All the
threw
time.
shots.
But he's
at-
still a
He
comedian.
threw shots at her at the last.
Kanye
Grammys,
been
and she
throwing
wasn't even
shots
there.
at
though.
what's the name? Pete Davidson for the last.
Pete.
All right, and
So that's not a good comparison.
No, but
He
no, what
hates
I'm
Pete.
saying is that, but it's then Kanye's the bully then. Same way Chris is bullying. Chris is bullying. What's her name? Jada. Kanye has to be looked at as a bully too. Then.
Why we can't leave Kanye out?
See, that's what I'm saying. We can't be selective. Like
Kanye's
that's
don't
not.
got-
That's not right. You can't be selective on.
I think
that's bullying what he's doing.
What he's doing is bullying. That's obvious, and we never said it wasn't. It's just funny. That's it. Like it's just funny because
So why wasn't it funny when Chris Rock said a joke about her?
no, because Kanye is not making jokes on Pete. He's literally telling him, "When I see you, I'm going to
Nah,
slap
he
the
been
shit out you."
He posted pictures of him talking about all type of
Did you
crazy
not
stuff.
see what Pete posted about Kanye?
That's after the beard being poked, and that's what happened to Will. The beard been poked,
and Pete wasn't wrong for how he reacted.
and I'm saying what I'm saying is of course I feel like nobody's wrong, but what I'm saying you have to respect the art. Like if they're doing the bid right. Will is not emotionally intelligent enough to control himself at that point, and that's my thing.
He ain't emotionally intelligent because Jada.
Yeah, because he could have handled it after, like you know what I mean.
I mean, because that's a tough situation. That's the love of his life. That's his wife.
Right. But-
So he's putting a
At the Oscars, you could have handled it. Beat like what's up after? He's just doing his job. Chris Rock did his
Yeah.
job. You see what I'm
He
saying? He's
should've
just doing
been
his job.
on stage, like-
Yeah, he could pull up after, like Source Awards type of shit. Like you know what I mean? Suge Knight type of shit.
What
But
happened to the Source Awards?
I ain't gonna lie.
that was the Source Awards.
That was the Source Awards. Like we gonna have
Rock
more
did
black
it.
people. We said we gonna have more black people watching the Oscars.
But nah. Okay, so we spoke about that was obviously an
I ain't
embarrassing.
gonna lie. Somebody nigga smack me like that. We fight. We gonna
They would
that's
have
gonna
to
turn
cut
to
to a commercial break. I would
WrestleMania.
have slammed my whole wheelchair.
My
on his head.
ancestors, nigga, we would have set my
Nigga,
ancestors 250
no
years back.
way.
I'm sorry, sweet. I mean, I'm not letting that go. But
Yeah.
But they obviously
He's very professional.
That was obviously an embarrassing moment for
Yeah.
them. So we just
everybody. I
But
think,
then
ought to
obviously, so like we've all been through embarrassing moments. So let's help Chris Rock and Will out.
make them feel better.
Who wants to start? What's your most embarrassing moment in the chair?
Whew, my shit mad embarrassing.
So let's
Y'all
start
talking
with
about
you.
shit.
Let's start with
Bob,
you.
I can't believe I'm telling
Hey, what's
public.
up? Go ahead. What's up?
My shit is like a smack. It kind of feel like it. It's mad embarrassing. So, I'm a cool nigga. I always think I'm cool. I'm in the club. You know what I'm saying? I'm in bottles. I always think I'm Mr. Cool. So, the computer song came on.
I already know.
Oh, I know.
I already know.
That's my shit though. When the computer song, Billy Rocket, we wildin', singing
Damn, it went
on the
viral.
computers.
And if you got Jesse on IG, Jesse don't play with his music. This motherfucker.
Hey,
don't stop.
I guess it was slippery. A little slippery on the floor, right? A little liquor is in your body, you know what I'm saying? Well, my chick, I don't know, we was all my mans and stuff. Matter of fact, was live man there too. I forgot his name.
Yeah. He's talking about Pirate.
He's Pyrex dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we having fun.
That's cool.
Son, next thing you know, it was shaking. My chair flipped back.
You hit your head?
No. It wasn't a bad. So first of all, I just seen my whole life flash in front of me in that little 5. It felt like an hour, but I was
That's
just.
why he don't like drinking no more, yeah.
What? I didn't drink the whole engagement yesterday, but listen, I felt like my life flashed right in front of me. I'm like trying to grab onto something mad
And the
slow.
spot was lit.
No, but this is the good thing about it, right? It was only the good thing was not a lot of people seen it. It was only in a small area.
So people seen it. You don't know.
I know.
Truthfully, you
Mad
don't
people had
know.
to help you up.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was a good like 10 people seen it, but it was not. And it was. I'm glad it was not in like the middle of the circle. It was just in the corner, right? But it was quick. So my man Ron, shout out to Banks. He was. If the shit flipped over, I'm like, but I stood in the chair. I was still like you said. I guess the chair flipped over, but I was still in it though. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it was in a bad fall where I'm all the way out on the floor. You see what I'm saying? And then my man I was like, yo, bro. I was like, yo, pick me up, like pick me up. And he just flipped the chair over. That's the most embarrassing shit ever in my life.
So you think that's embarrassing?
And that's me being Mr. Cool, cause like I feel like I'm a cool nigga. So I'm like, yo, I can't believe this happened to me. But nigga, boy, that shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That shit.
You think that's embarrassing?
That's embarrassing. You don't got a more embarrassing story than that.
Nigga,
that's embarrassing.
Try your story, but I literally broke up with a nigga. Okay. So this was my first round in cheer. My first summer in a cheer. So I got shot in the summer, so it's a year later. You feel me? I'm like, all right, I'm outside. So I had to go to Little Boo or whatever. He's cool. But like, it's the summer. I'm 16. You know, I'm outside. I'm not trying to be tied down. You feel me? I'm outside. So
right.
Nigga, I decided I'm gonna break up with this nigga. So I broke up with the nigga because it just wasn't working. And I wouldn't want to settle. Mind you, I got the nigga tatted on me. Shout out to you, love you. But that's a joke because that's my ex. Still love you as a friend though, but I don't want nobody trying to tussle with me. Okay, so and not a girl neither because a bitch can't touch this. Period. But nah. So we bought a park, and I don't know why New York City, but you need to fix the cracks in your street and by your public school parks. So I said, yeah, it's over. And his friend was like, man, just like, come, bro, come on, because he looked tired, like he wanted to knock me out the chair, whatever. So I turned around, I spun around thinking I'm that girl. Yo, nigga, I don't know what happened. I don't know if the curve just came up. I don't know. And the most fucked up part about it is nobody was around. Guess who was the only one around?
The miss?
The nigga I broke up with.
Oh, so you had help.
So you had to ask help.
Yeah, pick your face
Nigga,
up.
do you know how long it took him to walk up the block and he was just right there? Like, I swear to God, he's slow. I think that nigga moonwalked in Calabasas to get to me.
I'm mad.
I was on that ground for a minute and like his friend just like, oh, he was mad. Like, that one friend that hated you.
You fell out the chair?
Nigga, I had my seatbelt on, so I was together with the chair on the ground.
Oh, so that's not that bad.
That's bad.
I feel like.
That's bad. I was on the ground out the chair. Mm-hmm. Do you know what that's like to be on your side in a chair, nigga?
I don't know.
I'm laying there.
I gotta be backwards in a chair.
I'm laying there like the handicap sign.
Looking extra handicap.
Nigga, like the handicap sign was spray painted into the fucking ground with a pink wheelchair. That was me. And I'm just on the side like a fish, and I'm like, I don't need your fucking help.
Trying to be independent.
Yo, this
independent ass.
This when I first got in the chair. I'm like, I don't need your fucking help. So he was like, all right. So he's just watching me trying to get up. And I was like, fucking help me. And then he's just like, and then he put me back on. And he like, all right, bitch. He just walked away. I said, damn. I called my friend so quick. I said, come get me from this park. I ain't rolling home no more. She came and got me. What happened? What happened to you? That's embarrassing.
Why?
That shit was bad.
Why would you fall in the chair?
Imagine a bitch you just broke up with and you gotta help you.
Why come when you fall in the chair, it feel like it's like you fall in slow motion? Why you feel like you fall?
Because you see everything.
Yo,
I ain't had
you
that
going back mad slow, like.
I ain't had that experience.
I was trying to grab shit, like
shit be mad. I fell so many times.
What happened?
Oh my God. Well, my
it don't gotta be a fault.
It don't. Yeah, my most embarrassing moment is.
Don't say.
I'm a porn star. I think I'm a porn star.
They a lot of always shit on
I think I'm a porn star. So that was when I was using them pills, bro. I was using them damn V's.
That's when I was doing that shit. I was like embarrassing for him.
Viagra things, and I ain't know they make you go. And I was drinking, had the liquor with the Viagra, and not a good mix.
Oh my God.
And orange juice.
Oh my God.
They got make it nasty.
Man, we had to leave
vitamin C and vitamin D.
Yo, we had to leave it. Man, that hotel. Whoever cleaned that hotel
thank
up
God.
was so mad. Yeah, because it was
everywhere.
Take pride of shit on bitches,
it was mad years
he be
ago.
taking pride. He be like, I'm gonna do this. I'm
just saying it was just the same thing. But I'm just.
It was everywhere.
Yeah, it was all.
Like all the wear. Like all over it squirted.
Yeah, because it was like water. It was,
You got that wet shit. Giving you belly.
Shit be happening, man.
yeah, them pills. Thank God I don't use them anymore, so it's not happening
So,
today.
It's not even something about it.
If live out here giving worse than that, you gotta come worse
I
than
think
that.
mine was the most embarrassing shit.
Nah, that was whack as fuck. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out.
Oh man.
My shit was embarrassing.
I'm gonna help live. I'm not gonna let him go out like that. 'Cause
Don't
That's
let me-
a,
yeah,
that's a shitty
First
way
you
to
about
go
to top
out.
that shit.
Shitty
First you gonna be like, yo,
situation.
I pissed on a nigga.
Wait,
Why his eyes
let me
closed?
tell y'all. Nah, I did piss on people.
Look,
It was
see?
people. So I went to Miami, my first time in Miami, spring break. Whoo! And I went with my dad. That's really my guy. Like, he really knows how to turn it up. 'Cause my dad is
Shout out to
young, you
him.
feel me? So we went to Miami for spring break. And then we got lost on our way back to the airport. It's time to go home now. We fried. Mind you, we had them big ass drinks. We was drinking all day. You know them big ass tequila sunrises and shit. We had so much liquor left over that we poured it in a cup and we were still drinking it on our way to the airport. We got lost and all of that. So now we didn't even have time to check our bags or nothing. So thank God we had carry-ons. They had to throw mad shit out. So I'm drunk. I'm at the shit. She throwing out my lotion, my toothpastes and shit. We just bought all this shit, the good shit, the Jergens. You know, Jergens be having you smell like a baby.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
So now I'm telling her, I'm like, bitch, put my shit back in my bag, cause I don't know, I don't get flued out like that. I was a little hood bitch at the time. This is when I was younger. I'm like, bitch, put that shit back in my bag. My dad like, nah, you can't, cause it looked like she wasn't even throwing it in the garbage. It looked like that bitch was putting that shit in her bag on the side for real. So I'm like, you dyke. I was wilding her up. So now we ain't have time. So because I was cursing her out, she didn't even let them bring me the wheelchair to get on the train, the plane. So they came and took my father was like, fuck it, I'm gonna carry her. And I said, I gotta pee. But they like, you can't pee yet. You gotta wait because we gotta fly. We gotta, take off. You can't be in the bathroom. I'm like, I gotta pee. And then my dad was not listening to me. So mind you, and because we was late, I usually get like the first option to pick the seat. Because we late, I would see all the way in the back.
Now,
Nigga, do you know that he carried me all over these people? Do you know that I pissed on all these people? Pissed on them just like...
That was kind of funny.
And my dad was like, I don't give a fuck. Nobody better not say shit. My daughter, aight. And I'm like, yo. And I'm like, yo, like, and I could not stop pissing because I'm laughing now. I'm like, yo.
Funny,
the nigga we really got sunglasses on and he carrying me and I'm fried and nobody probably know why he carrying me. They probably just think I'm some drunk girl. They don't see the wheelchair. So they probably just think, and I'm
probably just drunk.
and I'm just like, ah. And you know when you laugh, the pee. Yo, like.
How much people you just peed on, you think?
Showers.
Son, our seat was so far back, I had to piss on like a good 20
The whole row?
The whole nigga, we had to go to the back, damn near the back of the plane. Like I pissed on those people. Like
Emptied the whole bladder.
Like I emptied my bladder so
On
bad that
United.
as soon as I got off the fucking plane,
good?
I had to wash up in the airport bathroom. Like I pissed on all them people. I know them people was mad as fuck, but nobody said nothing because my daddy's 6'4". He didn't play that shit. He let them motherfuckers know. And we had sunglasses on, so we was like bad boys for
Thanks for
life.
not leaving me hanging.
Yeah, I can't leave you out, but I
You know
pissed
what
on
I'm
them.
saying?
So if
I
you
think that's
one of
a
them-
funny story, though. That's like a funny story in your past.
But it's embarrassing though, because it's like, don't nobody want to piss on a bunch of people. Like, if you in a bed with your bitch, that's your bitch or whatever. It's gonna stay between y'all two and whoever she chooses to tell.
Right.
But now this is a fucking airport. People got their phones. I don't know if somebody recorded me pissing or what. I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? I wouldn't know who I pissed on. I
would be like, oops, sorry.
We was all going back to New York, so I could be rolling past somebody I pissed on today, and it's like, damn, that's fucked up. But shout out to y'all for being good sports about it. That was me. I claimed
I was a
that.
good sport about you. I think mine is so embarrassing though.
Yours was.
And disclaimer, that was like the first year I was in. I'm in shit 19. I ain't doing that.
You don't shit on bitches no more.
Yeah,
he know how to.
happening. I ain't using them V's. I'm good now.
Yeah, the mic is me.
Jesus.
Just hands. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of embarrassing.
So I had a question from the thing that somebody asked us when we said we're gonna do questions.
Okay.
So it's really for you guys, clearly, but
All right. What's
the girls want to know what's your types.
Okay. You want to go first, Lyle?
Nah, you go first.
My type. As I get older, my taste changes. I like friendly women. Like as far
Like
as
his
me-
girlfriend. Look at this nigga. I like my girl. JK.
Ready to be wild.
So you like sweet girls.
I like nice woman.
So friendly. So you want your girlfriend?
No,
to
friend.
start talking to
No.
everybody?
I'm talking about like, cause I feel like, just be a woman, just like nice to talk. Cause I feel like a lot of women just not naturally a nice people, like nice. You know what I mean? I feel like just to be just very nice.
This is He-Man's haters club. I feel
I'm talking about because some dudes are dickheads, but I'm talking about just the character, just be very loving. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's somebody like somebody you want to be around.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I gotta work like that. You want to be more around and loving. Type as far as like looks or personality wise.
Both. I'm pretty sure these people want to know both. I'll answer mine for the guys, but I want y'all to go first, because that's who to ask.
I feel like loving. I like petite. I be talking about like, you know, how you like little petite, little petite.
Gonna break your legs.
I might break. I gotta weight. I got a weight limit on this. You know what I mean? I can't be over 230. Shout out to the big girls. I love y'all, but because you know, as I get older, I can't live as much. You know what I'm saying? Because I got back problems with the spinal cord. You put the bag in, checking and cashing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I like nice little petite. I like a very educated woman. I like an educated woman. And I'm talking about, it don't have to be degrees too, because college doesn't automatically equate to like
intellect,
more
than education.
Yeah. Because I love a good conversation. I feel like when you have a good conversation, and you can have a good conversation at any time of the night or the morning, I love that. And I love somebody, like I said, to laugh with, because I like comedy. So I like to, you know, and I like somebody that sometimes, now I like the opposite. I don't want somebody too much like me, because I feel like, you know what I mean, it's good to learn from other people when somebody's opposite. And I'm like, oh, you could do certain things a different way. So it's something I can learn from, and a very supportive person. I feel like support is very good.
You want a wholesome woman.
Yeah.
Wholesome but freaky in bed.
Oh, yeah, and I like freaky women, you know. Pop it open. What's that shit? Come in with the tool. Walk in with that tool out.
Yo, y'all stupid.
Splackety.
Me and bro, our birthdays like a few days apart. We like got a lot of similarities. So
I guess my son don't like
yeah, pretty much. I mean, I like a woman that's kind and nice. You know what I'm saying? Like easy to talk to. I'm a fake sapiosexual, I guess. I like to converse. I like to talk.
You said that shit so wrong.
So yeah, how I go?
Sapiosexual.
Sapios?
Nigga said sapio.
That's how you know a nigga lying. That's how you know a nigga lying, right?
Like a rub.
Nah, but I don't know. I just like someone nice, easy to talk to. Before, like, if you asked me this like 5-10 years ago, it would probably be more like superficial. Like, oh, she got
to look like this.
Yeah, now it's more integrity wise. Like now it's more like I watch how people interact with other people. Like,
but she still gotta be cute.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, that's what hooks you. That's what gets. That's the hook. Don't get me wrong. That's the first thing I'm gonna try. You know, physically. You know, the first thing I see. But but other than that, I got to, because that's not gonna keep me though. You get what I'm saying? Like, I need way more. I need something that's gonna feed me. You gotta feed. I need something of some substance. She gotta feed me, and I gotta be able to learn from her too. And yeah, like I said, I like people that are kind and nice, and someone I can learn from. Body wise, yeah, on the heavy side, ain't two and up is.
Don't do that to Biggs.
I mean, we do a little
side hump.
Yeah, because
for the back.
I mean, I think I work out, so it's. Well, if you like I could do like
170, 180 is a good.
And under is like real nice for me, because I work out, and I be the same way I do the weights. I could. You know what I'm saying? I could do the little chair motion, and I get crazy. And as far as the bed, we could do a little. I be walking in the bed, baby. I mean, my legs. Nigga got legs when he in there. Nigga got legs when he in there.
We got legs.
Nigga be running. Porn star. I don't care what nobody says.
Oh my God, I'm using that.
We got legs.
Porn star in a wheelchair, bro. I'm about to sell my little.
He going on OnlyFans. It's called. It's called All Leg No Legs.
Yo, you fucking crazy.
Sign up for his shit right now.
Yeah, that's what I, that's what.
I don't like a lazy woman either.
You gotta,
you can't be.
You gotta be clean.
No,
you gotta smell good. You gotta know how to cook, because they like to eat.
Yes,
and you gotta know how to take pictures, because these niggas love to take pictures. I'm talking about of them, not of yourself. Okay, make sure that you clean the mirrors, because they look at themselves all goddamn day.
Yeah,
right?
Frenchie give y'all a guidebook. Just ask Frenchie.
And make sure you put their wheelchairs in the back properly.
Oh, that's very important.
We don't like people that don't know how to put our wheelchairs. You bang up my bitch.
Yeah, I was
out of here.
I was out recently, and
she ain't do right.
Your chair?
Yo, she hopped in the cab first, and I'm looking like,
wow. So you took your shit apart?
You did.
I meant to call you too. You said, yo, Jess, am I wrong? Like, nah, I hopped in there right after her ass, and I was like, yo,
you gonna get it? You gonna do it yourself? You gonna let me do it?
Like,
I hopped in there right.
She hopped in so fast.
You looked out like, man, you gonna get out?
And then with my chick, and then when I got out, and then it was just crazy. My chick I put together had the the Uber dude. We put the chair together. Then she just like, I'm like, yo,
I'm not
push me up
touching
on
that.
the curb. Like, she
Push
just
me
sitting
up.
there. Like, she like, oh, I forgot I'm leaving you.
I gotta give you
what
notifications.
doing? Like, so I don't know. It's a lot, man. She got to be patient. That's
Courtesy.
one of the main key
courtesy,
factors. Patient dealing with me and my craziness in this wheelchair and everything. Patient is a key factor that a lot of people don't possess. So yeah, she would definitely have to be patient, intelligent, kind. She just got to be a woman of integrity and hold herself to a high standard.
You want a
also,
wholesome freaky bitch too.
oh, she got to be what?
Period.
She got to be like, man, I
Purdy.
closed that door. You better be freaking off. You better be
Look at
getting
who.
crazy.
You better notice the porn star.
Got the
Listen.
tool. Coming with your tool out.
Nigga. Oh, you know my nickname on her? They call me Freak on Wheels. Like,
Yo,
yeah, my man. I'm dead serious. He said this nigga always got a chick on his
Freaky.
lap. Freak on Wheels.
You're a freaky little bit.
Freak on Wheels. Live. Freak on Wheels. Nigga.
Well,
AKA.
What about you, sis?
My
What-
type of bitch. No, let me stop. Honestly, for a man, I'm coming from someone who always picks toxic situations. I really don't have. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to make my type better because you can fix yourself as you get older.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
what I'm doing, I'm learning is adjusting, like shying away from the typical type and the typical guy that I would go for, because I typically go for F-boys or whatever the case may be.
Why?
I mean,
Have you
because
know?
it's just, I don't even know, because I have a daddy and I grew up with him. We lived together. My mama and my daddy
Do you
was
feel
married.
like? Do you feel like that's a form of masculinity if somebody's a fuck boy like that?
No, I feel
You
like,
feel like seeing those?
no, I think what it really is because my father and my mother was toxic.
That's what I was about to ask you.
Seeing them be
That was
toxic
the norm
with each
for you.
other, it became the norm for me. So if somebody wasn't loving me in that toxic way, I didn't feel like they really loved me. Because granted, my parents really did love each other, but they weren't good for each other.
Not
You know what I
healthy.
mean? It wasn't healthy, and they both came to that agreement, and they both decided, you know what, this is not gonna work no more. Because it would have went on forever. And then they both asked me, because I was the oldest child at that point, like, hey, are you okay? Like, what do you think? And I told both of them, I'm like, you know what? Y'all don't need to be together no more. If y'all doing this for me,
All this, yeah.
go. So when it comes to my situations, I think that I was just choosing men that were more like my father, like strong, protective. They're gonna go out there and get a bag. They're gonna take care of you. But then they also have their whole tendency.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
father's a treesh. Well, he was. He's married now. But he was a treesh, and I watched him treesh, and then I thought, like, I became like, I thought I was really my father's daughter. I was about to treat these. I was treating these niggas. I was like, all right, fuck it. I looked at every nigga as a treat. So whereas like some girls, they look at it like, oh, I'm gonna fall in love. I want to do this. I was like, you pissed me off. I'm gonna go link my other nigga. That's how I was, and that's not healthy. So now my type is, now that I have a child and I'm raising a young man, I only want someone that's respectable. Someone that's into art, because I'm into art, and I don't want anybody trying to take away. Like, you ever been with somebody that's not artistic and they try to take away that passion from you? Like, they just downplay it. They're not as enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
Because I take our podcast really seriously. So
Right.
if anybody's interested in me, I need you to come back and tell me. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I seen this, I seen that. Like,
Yeah.
tell me about my pictures. Stuff like that. Like, I like that. Take pictures of me. You got to know how to take pictures. You got to be in shape. I don't like no sloppy people. I don't do fat people, and I don't care who's offended. And unless you like one of them fat niggas with the beards and you tall and it adds up, like body to fat ratio look good, then you can holler at me. Like that big nigga, the baby bodyguard, I like that nigga. Yeah, shit like that. But I like tall niggas because I'm tall. Even though I'm sitting in a wheelchair, I'm 5'9", so y'all better stay away from me shorties. I don't need somebody that's
6'2", 6'3", 6'4", over
I need
6
6
foot?
and up.
Okay.
I need 6 and up. I need you to be strong because you gotta carry me, and you gotta fold this
Yeah, you
wheelchair
don't need
up
no
properly. And I'm talking about like, you gotta want to go on dates, because a lot of these dudes don't want to date
Yeah.
no more. You gotta like holidays. I like holidays, and
You want Jesus?
you gotta eat the box. Oh, and that's the most one. I'm sorry, you gonna make me say that right after I said that. You gotta know how to. You gotta know how to farm. You gotta eat the box. And if you eat the booty, that's a little plus, but it's not a necessity. But it's a plus. And you gotta believe in Jesus Christ.
So he eat the box and then go to church.
Wait, I wouldn't say Jesus Christ. You have to have some type of faith. You have to believe in something.
That's big on me too. I
You have to
forgot to say
believe in
that,
something
yeah.
other than yourself. I believe in God, so I wouldn't want to push my religion specifically on someone else. But it would be nicer if I was to end up with a guy with my same religion, because then it will make things easier. Because when you get with people that are faithless, it's just you talk to them about God, and then they start speaking this blasphemy, and you like, oh hell no, I can't do
I
this.
feel like you have to believe in something, because it keeps you level headed and keeps you have some type of moral with you. You know what I mean? If you just wake up and do whatever you want, and you have no self conscious to me. You know what I'm saying? And it could be any religion. I feel like you have to have a belief in something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I
So
agree with that.
that's it. I just basically want someone that I could put around my kid, and because my son has his father. I'm not gonna take away from his dad. I just want to put someone that I could put around my kid and know that he's still gonna have a good example of a male.
ever since you started this journey to where, like you said, you trying to stop dating the toxic men, and these new guys that you have, you actually dated any? Like, because now you said you know what you want, you know what you need.
I haven't dated in the last 4 years.
Okay.
I've been with one person.
Okay.
Like, well, that's a little tricky, but mentally and emotionally, I've been with one person.
Okay.
Physically, he did his when I did mine, because I'm gonna get back. He know me. He know my body.
Do you feel like since as far as like you know what you used to, if you come across a nice guy, you think would you self-sabotage that?
That's why
my
I'm
question.
not dating now, because I know I'm not ready yet. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I think about, because I still have to deal with feelings and the traumas that I've already dealt with.
So it's trusting now.
It's trusting now. It's healing myself. It's trusting people for things that I've done to people that I feel guilty about, and then it's trusting people for things that's been done to me. And I also don't want to take. I don't
bring it.
I don't
to your
ever want to
relationship
bring
then.
anything into a new relationship. So before I go into a new relationship, I want to be healed. So I'm giving myself till after the summer. I'm gonna be in a relationship by next year, well, the winter, because the summer I want to have fun.
Cool. Ooh,
I
bet.
think that.
And the last question is the easiest, is yes or no. They wanted to know, do we see ourselves getting married?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Live, no. Live will be a player until he's 60 out. No, nigga, live, you have, listen.
I was already married though. To my. Oh, no, I was already married.
My brother right here.
to my
This
kid's
is the
mom.
big
So
bro.
why did
we
you,
trying to
because
find.
you was already married, you feel like,
I got married. My story is crazy. I got married on Rikers Island visiting floor to my kid's mom. I was facing a lot of charges. I was going through something when I was younger. Told y'all, everybody know about that street life I was living.
you've been delivered.
My brothers were shot some people. I did time. I was locked up. I was facing a lot of time. And my kids, the OGs that was locked up in it was like, hey, when they came, the district attorney offered me like 10 years because like it was crazy.
Oof.
My life was crazy at that time. Anyway, so when they did that, and the OGs was like, yo, you got a girlfriend? I was like, nah. I was like, I got a baby mother. They was like, yo, you better marry her. You get them trailer visits. I'm like, what?
Oh, so he did it for the pussy.
I was young at the time.
Yo.
That's what I thought.
You gotta get
And-
off.
And I just mentioned it to her. I just brought it up to her.
gotta
We was
get
on
it
the phone.
off.
We was on the phone, like, because if you do 6 years or more, you could go. They send you to a maximum facility where you can get married and you can have trailer visits and you can have sex and stuff like that. So I was like, when I called home, I'm like, I went to court today. He told me this and that.
I was in
10
Rikers,
years.
diapers.
And
And this is, you got married before the chair.
I was in my feet. I was right before. So and I just presented it to her like, spoke to these guys when I was in the cell and they was like, yo, you should get married. You could do the trailer visit. She was like, all right, let's do it.
Listen.
I was like, what? She was like, let's.
Ride or die, yeah.
Listen,
Shout out to you.
the big bro picky. The big bro picky. He got a lot of good selections. You gotta come correct. Just said it, bro. What? She gotta come correct. Tell them they gotta come correct, bro.
They got it, because
So
I'm
when you-
trying to.
when
I'm
you-
chasing something great right now.
You want
I'm
something
chasing
great, so-
something-
Your
I
first
want-
marriage doesn't really count. It was like out for circumstance.
I mean,
It's experience, though.
Yeah, it was experience.
I wanna say-
I'm not
I love her. Yeah, I
you
definitely
can't
love
say
her.
that.
Still, yeah,
Together, you
those
love
are
her.
she's
But I'm
the
saying-
mother of my two children.
But I'm
by the
saying,
way.
like, when you really fully get married, you know what I mean? Like,
I want
to have
to
that
do it.
wedding.
Yeah, I want to do it again big. I want to do it big and do a whole big shindig, and it's all for her, whoever she may be. She could pick everything, and we doing it big.
And my wedding gonna be lit. I'm flying in a wheelchair. I'm coming like showing my HBK. I'm coming through the
This nigga want to be the bride.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be wild.
Come
man.
on.
All white.
Put the train on his
nigga.
wheels, please.
This
Jesus.
nigga.
All right, but since I want to end on this note.
Yeah.
Usually we end on something positive, but it's like you said earlier. I had something in my mind. I'm like, I want to talk about something about like settling, right?
Okay.
So, I just want the people out there not to settle, right? And you touched on it earlier. I'm like, and don't settle in your relationships. Don't settle at your job. Don't settle on anything in life, because we only got one life at the end of the day, and it's like you're only doing yourself a disservice, right? It's like, because if you wait, even like, especially like even like in like relationship wise, if that person, like you said earlier, is not like making you happy or like fulfilling your needs, then you're settling, right? Or if that job is not paying you and treating you well as you feel like you need to be paid, then you're settling. And I feel like we shouldn't, as people, a lot of times those that thrive in life and succeed is the ones that don't settle, right?
Yeah.
They put a little extra effort in just trying their best and doing their best. And those that settle, they become sheep and, become like the normal people in society. So I'm like, I think, and I want to put that pressure on us, like not to settle in anything we do. You see what I'm saying?
And a part of that is staying with people that feeds your fire, that fuel you. And then you have two types of people. There's people that throw the sticks in, and then you have people that pour water on you to put you out. You know what I mean? You'll know the type of people you're around, and then you'll adjust to go with it. But like he said, trust yourself, trust your gut, You know what you want. Don't settle for nothing that's not everything you want.
Shit.
And that was episode 21.
Episode 21. How do you? 21.
21.
Make sure you guys
21,
like,
21.
share, subscribe. This is
Yes.
episode 21. Please like, share, and subscribe.
And we have a Facebook page.
We have a
From the
Facebook
Talk
page.
Podcast. Please go like the page. It's the same way spelled properly. Just like it for us, please,
Right.
and share it.
And then how many episodes we have left, guys? To make
We
sure.
have like three
or four.
three
Four or
more.
five episodes to season 3. And
Three.
we're gonna level up. So we got some special. So please keep sharing and subscribing and we love you
gotta come
guys.
up with a name for them because you know how like every like group have like their fans.
Yeah.
You gotta come.
Yeah, we gotta.
We'll come up with a name
We
next
coming
week.
in. All right, see you guys later.
Later.